I will discuss about people skills, educational impact of people skills, and also strategies in obtaining good people skills. So what is people skills? People skills are the ability to interact with others respectfully and develop productive working relationships to minimize conflict and maximize productivity. For sure, when you hire a programmer, salesperson, or project manager, you want them to have strong hard skills to ensure that they are expert in their field. But it is also important that these people have good people skills so that they can work as a part of a team. This is important because the team will always perform better if they will be working closely together instead of individually. Once we have established what people skills are and why they are important, let's take a look at some of them. First, communication. This is probably one of the most important skills that a person can have, and that is ability to communicate points across to the other team members. Second, adaptability. Most of the businesses are constantly changing, and if you can quickly adapt to the environment, then that will be a great advantage to you. Third, active listening. This is an important component of communication skills when you just don't try to get your points across, but also you listen and understand other people's perspective. Educational impact of people skills. People skills can improve your ability to learn other skills. Learning a new skill requires you to listen, ask questions, clarify your understanding, and often reinforce new skills in practice with others. UNESCO research found that young people who develop speaking and listening skills and who get to know others with a WIIFM attitude have improved self-awareness, social-emotional adjustment, and classroom behavior. In addition, self-destructive and violent behavior also decrease. Strategies in obtaining good people skills. There are 4 strategies in obtaining good people skills. The first one is good communication skills. There are 5 essential communication skills you can use in order to have good communication skills. The first one is written communication. It conveys ideas and information through the use of written language. Second, oral communication. It conveys ideas and information through the use of spoken language. Third, non-verbal and visual communication. It conveys ideas and information through the use of imagery or wordless cues. Fourth, active listening. Communicate effectively by summarizing and restating what you hear in your own words in order to confirm that understanding of all parties. Active listening helps people to open up, avoid misunderstandings, resolve conflicts, and build trust. And last, contextual communication. Communicate effectively in different contexts, including those pertaining to various populations, persons, situations, environments, or sets of behaviors. These include such contexts as professional, cross-cultural, online, academic, and crisis communication. Successful communication helps us better understand people and situations. It helps us overcome diversities, build trust and respect, and also create conditions for sharing creative ideas and solving problems. The second strategies in obtaining good people skills is conflict resolution skills. There are 4 key conflict resolution skills. The ability to successfully manage and resolve conflict depends on four key skills. Conflict resolution skill 1. Quickly relieve stress. The capacity to remain relaxed and focused in tense situations is a vital aspect of conflict resolution. If you don't know how to stay centered and in control of yourself, you may become emotionally overwhelmed in challenging situations. The best way to rapidly and reliably relieve stress is through the senses: the sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. But each person responds differently to sensory input, so you need to find things that are soothing to you. Conflict resolution skill 2. Recognize and manage your emotions. Emotional awareness is the key to understanding yourself and others. If you don't know how you feel or why you feel that way, you won't be able to communicate effectively or smooth over disagreements. Although knowing your own feelings may seem simple, many people ignore or try to sedate strong emotions like anger, sadness, and fear. But your ability to handle conflict depends on being connected to these feelings. If you're afraid of strong emotions or if you insist on finding solutions that are strictly rational, your ability to face and resolve differences will be impaired. Conflict resolution skill 3. Improve your non-verbal communication skills. The most important information exchanged during conflicts and arguments is often communicated non-verbally. Non-verbal communication includes eye contact, facial expression, tone of voice, posture, touch, and gestures. When you're in the middle of conflict, paying close attention to other person's non-verbal signals may help you figure out what the other person is really saying. Respond in a way that builds trust and get to the root of the problem. Simply non-verbal signals such as a calm tone of voice, a reassuring touch, or a concerned facial expression can go a long way toward diffusing a heated exchange. Lastly, conflict resolution skill 4. Use humor and play to deal with challenges. You can avoid many confrontations and resolve arguments and disagreements by communicating in a playful or humorous way. Humor can help you say things that might otherwise be difficult to express without creating a laugh. However, it is important that you laugh with other person, not at them. When humor and play are used to reduce tension and anger, reframe problems, and put the situation into perspective, the conflict can actually become an opportunity for greater connection and intimacy. Manage and resolving conflict in a positive way. Conflict is normal and even healthy part of relationships. After all, two people can be expected to agree with everything at all times. Since relationship conflicts are inevitable, learning to deal with them in a healthy way is crucial. When conflict is mismanaged, it can harm the relationship. But when handled in a respectful and positive way, conflict provides an opportunity for growth, ultimately strengthening the bond between two people. By learning the skills you need for successful conflict resolution, and you can keep your personal and professional relationships strong and growing. Successful conflict resolution depends on your ability to: first, manage stress while remaining alert and calm. By staying calm, you can accurately read and interpret verbal and nonverbal communication. Second, control your emotions and behavior. When you're in control of your emotions, you can communicate your needs without threatening, frightening, or punishing others. Third, pay attention to the feelings being expressed as well as the spoken words of others. And lastly, be aware of and respectful of differences. By avoiding disrespectful words and actions, you can resolve the problem faster. The third strategy of obtaining good people skills is the value of patience. To say patience is a virtue is understatement. We need to understand that patience is more of a skill, one that can be learned and needs constant nurturing. Patience is the state of being that occurs between experience and reaction. Whether you're trying to be patient with yourself or others, or life in general, it seems always to involve the experience of dealing with delays or obstacles. Benefits of patience. The practice of patience has many benefits. Here are a few. First, shapes talents. To achieve your dreams, you must have the zeal to overcome challenges, and that zeal comes from patience. Second, patience transforms relationships. Relationships are difficult and often require us to think through what we're feeling, doing, and saying, and that requires patience. Third, patience promotes a positive attitude. If things are not going the way you want them to, instead of getting frustrated, practice thinking of the positives of the situations, which requires patience. And lastly, patience makes you healthier. Anger and stress are two things that can ruin a person's health, and patience is the antidote to both these illnesses. Learn patience. Patience can be learned and cultivated. Here are 5 ways we can learn more about patience. First, practice gratitude. Second, be mindful of what is making you feel rushed. Third, make yourself wait. Fourth, embrace the uncomfortable. And lastly, do a little deep breathing. The last strategies for obtaining good people skills is tolerance and understanding. Tolerance and understanding are intertwined in the path toward human progress. Tolerance isn't easy because we rely so heavily on our own experience and worldview. It can be hard to see things from others person's perspective or accept that someone else's viewpoint may be equally valid with ours. But tolerance is a skill that can bring greater peace and harmony to our lives and the lives of others. Here are 4 steps for building tolerance for others. First, take ownership of your feelings. Recognize that no one can make you feel a certain way without your permission. If you're feeling angry, hurt, or upset, know that you have the power to change your emotions. Second, develop curiosity. In many cases, when we lack tolerance towards others, it's simply because we don't understand them. By cultivating an open mind, learning about other cultures and people, and broadening our horizons, we increase our ability to understand and accept others. Third, change your perspective. Sometimes your feelings or a lack of tolerance come about because we can see where the other person is coming from. You may not be able to fully understand other person's experiences, but you can shift your perspective from yourself. And last, practice respect. When you don't agree with other person's opinion, focus on respecting their right to think from themselves and to believe what they choose. Understanding is the ability to walk in other person's shoes and to comprehend their needs, perspective, and desires. fact from fiction, science from fantasy, and to recognize the impact of our own actions. Understanding is the foundation for solutions. A journey toward tolerance and understanding often starts with inconvenient truths about ourselves, our clinics, our healthcare systems, or our societies, and moves forward with a strategy to implement challenging, often painful solutions. Tolerance and understanding are guideposts on the upward path toward improving the human condition, whereas intolerance and ignorance lead to a downward spiral of destruction and despair. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something from this video.